So guys, welcome back to the Road to 1 Million in Forex Funding series, a series I'm documenting everything live, week upon week in front of your very eyes. The wins, the losses, lessons learned, everything. The markets are looking fantastic this week with potentially multiple opportunities, and I'm pretty sure we will get that. Entries are close. So if we enter anything, I'll let you guys know. Okay guys, so just entered a short on pound New Zealand dollar. As you can see, this is a swing trading entry, so we're overextended to the upside multiple days. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days. Decelerated yesterday with a doji. So instead of waiting for what I usually look for is a breakdown, retest, and then look to enter short here on the trend change, we've developed a new model, swing trading entry model, where you enter below the day's low and stop above the high. So the stop's a bit bigger, and this just allows you to capture the move the day before, because effectively what I'm looking for to happen is a breakdown to occur, then I'll expect the pullback for my usual entry, and then a continuation. Risk reward 2.45 to 1, stops above the high. So we can see the momentum coming in, which is what we want to see, because we're getting in just on the breakdown just before this momentum. It could just fail and we could get stopped out. It's still very early into the position. Guys, so daily's closed, as you can see. Nice daily close. So this is where I'd usually be looking for entering my normal strategy, where I would be looking for now the breakdown, the retest, and then the continuation. But because we got in on the swing trading entry, which is the entry just below this level, we're looking to play this momentum to the downside. So if we do get a pullback entry, I can look to enter my normal strategy. If we don't, I'm obviously still in this position. Stop slightly bigger than before, above the whole high of the day. Playing this pullback move back down to the daily 20s. Nice swing trading entry. Let's see if we can get the momentum to continue. Morning guys, it's just before 6. Just before London Open. We broke down nicely, so again, this is where I'd usually be looking for pullback moves for the continuation. We've had the run to the downside, so we're looking for the pullback continuation. So if we get that, I'll be entering again. I look to manage my risk, because obviously we got in with a different entry with the breakdown along here. So it's looking okay. We can't risk free the trade yet or move to break even, but it's looking okay. We'll see if we reject these levels. That's the most optimum thing to happen, is a breakdown, which we've got, and we entered upon the breakdown. The retest, which would be our usual entry at the pivot, 1 hour. Keep you updated. We'll be managing this, and if anything happens, I'll show you. Okay guys, just entered a short, day trading short on pound Australian dollar. So it's similar to my swing position on pound New Zealand dollar, except I'm entered on my day trading entry, which is the break and retest of the 1 hour 50, 0.382 and pivot. So I'm exposed to 2% on pound at the minute, pound Australian dollar and pound New Zealand dollar, quite heavily correlated. But because I wasn't able to enter on the day trading entry, I've entered one day trading entry here, which will be targeted the 4 hour 50, and then that'll be managed as a day trade, and this trade's going to be managed as a swing trade. Okay, so currently we're getting the continuation of the sell-off. We'll see how we get how price reacts when we break past these lows. Obviously, again, this is just a pullback move. Look, multiple days to the upside. We're looking for a pullback, so this is going to be a quick play. I'm going to be managing aggressively at these lows because we know it can reverse relatively quickly. With regards to the other position, that's selling off quite nicely as well at the minute. So yeah, we've just got to manage this. Still full risk on the table. It's not over yet, very early into the trade, and I'll keep you updated. New York's about to open in about 13 minutes. We're going to see what's going to happen. Struggling to break these lows, but not a massive concern. It's just volatility at the minute. Still looking quite nice with the lower high. Looking to continue for the lower low. Again to the 4 hour 50. Hopefully we can get the continued sell-off and push us nicely in our favour. The way I'm going to be managing this position will be slightly different to how I'm going to manage the other day trading position. If the daily closes like this, I can drag and put my stop above the recent daily high, which will mean I'll be just slightly in profit, a break-even position. So with regards to this position, the day trading entry, I've just got there's not really any way I can manage this really until we break the low and we can trail it. But at the minute, about break-even on the position, still full risk. 4 hour 50s trailing up, so the risk reward is being affected slightly, but I'll manage this accordingly on the lower time frames. It's so important that you focus on trading the strategy, not the balance. There's so many times I see a lot of people, and I've done it myself, where you're looking at the account balance. Oh, I'm running 1% profit up. I'm running 1.5% up. Let's just take profit off the table with no logical, technical reason for executing that, exiting the trade. And that's purely running on emotion. When you're seeing money running and floating in profit and you want to take the profit, if there's no technical reason to do so, you shouldn't be doing it, because that's going to affect your edge long term, which is why we're managing this. It could pull back and stop me out for a loss. It could go on to hit full target. I have my target for a reason and my management plan for a reason, to give it the best chance to allow it to play out to my target. Does this mean that it's going to stop me out? It can stop me out. But if I trade solely off the balance and trade solely off how I feel, because I feel good that I'm up 1%, I'm up 1.5%, or whatever the running P&L is, that's where you can make bad decisions long term, and it can affect your overall performance long term. So for me, it's massively important to stick with my management plan despite the outcome. And that's where the saying comes, process, not the outcome. Focus on doing the things today that's going to make it better, make your results better long term. Okay guys, so the 10 o'clock candle's closed, the daily candle's closed. Not the nicest close, doesn't mean it's not going to continue to the downside. If the intradays continue making lower lows like we've done, lower high, and then get the continued sell-off to the 4-hour 50, that would be beautiful for about 1.4%. With pound New Zealand dollar, though, because it's the swing trading entry, because the daily's closed like this, the way we manage this is stop above this high, because if price comes up and doesn't breach this high and continues to sell off, then it's likely to continue. It's not a bad close on the daily. So stop is above this high. We've managed to bank small, pretty much break even, like 0.06%, like nothing. So very, it's pretty much a break even position now, which is good. Hopefully we get the continued sell-off. Hopefully we get the lower lows formed, lower lows, lower highs, and get the continued sell-off, and hopefully this can push to target as well. Guys, update on the positions. As you can see, stopped out of this one for 0.9%, or pretty much 1%, and that means I'm stopped out of this one for a break even. So you could say, you know, about the management, I'm happy with the management. We were able to risk effectively 1% because we moved to break even this position, and then this one was fully exposed for about 3.5%. So you have to allow room for these to play out. I'm aware that it was a pullback, but if this had continued to our full target, that's the management plan that I have. And yeah, one of those things, I have to stick with my plan, not trade the balance, but trade the strategy, and that's what I did. So upon reflection, when looking at those two trades, am I happy with the management? Yes. Did I leave profit on the table, what you perceive to leave profit on the table, because I was running at 1.5% or 1.2% at one point? You can argue, why did you not take that profit then? And as I mentioned before, it's important to stick with your management plan and not trade the balance, because long term, let's say I took the 1.2% off the table because I just want to be up on the funded account. If that then went on to play out to full target and make 2% on that one and 1 point something, let's say 3.5% overall, you've left that potential profit on the table, and also it ruins your risk reward long term. If I'm taking 1-to-1s, taking the profit off the table, I'm risking 2% initially to make 1.2%, which is negative risk reward. So it's so important to look long term, and for me, I have to allow my management plan to play out. I've tested this. In this scenario, it didn't play out and we got stopped out for break even and negative 1%. But I'll show you the account in a minute on FTMO. We still, for the risk reward, we managed to break even one of the positions comfortably and have, so pretty much 1% of risk for, what was it, 3.5%, something along that. I can't exactly remember, but it was like 3.5%. So to be able to manage a position to get a 3-to-1 comfortably, that's going to be positive long term. And again, I'll show you the account. We're still pretty much break even on the account with the potential reward we could have got from those two positions. So you keep risking small amounts to potentially gain a lot large amounts and have a good strike rate, you're going to be in a good position. So I'll show you the FTMO account now. So when we look at the account, guys, after those two positions, only slight drawdown, which is actually nice considering we would have been risking 2% on the two positions, 1% each. And because we managed to manage it correctly, we've now had you have to look at the potential reward, and the potential reward with the limited risk was fantastic. Potentially 4%, 3.7%, something like that. So yeah, we took the loss here, but still, look how much we're managing the risk. This is what we should be doing. We're managing the risk correctly, and when the winners are coming through, these are small winners, and it was making a big difference. So we're managing the risk. Only slight negative now after those two positions, but yeah, we're on our way still. A couple of good winning positions, and we're going to be in substantial profits. So let's keep going. So they're the positions for this week. Again, break even on the account. So we've got out that drawdown, negative 4%. We're still pretty much a break even. Hopefully we have a fantastic week next week. I appreciate all the support that you showed me on this channel. Let's try and get to 5k subs. If you haven't liked, comment and subscribed, that'd mean a lot. Let's try and get this journey out, this real, honest, transparent journey out to as many people as possible. That's what the industry needs, and I appreciate the support that you show me. So yeah, stay tuned for next week's videos, and I appreciate you guys a lot.